What's up, ladies and gents? Simstrain01, your host, and welcome to more Assassin's Creed Valhalla coverage. Thank you again to Ubisoft for allowing me to show this off to you. I got to play an additional 6 hours of the game, so total I've played like about 20 hours of the game so far. And yeah, so I can't wait to show it off to you. Today we're going to be doing the mission, The Sons of Ragnar, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like so that I can continue to be able to do these types of events and bring this type of video footage to you. So enjoy the cutscene.
Who stands before Ivar Ragnarson? Are you Sigurd Drenger? Igor!
Eivor. If you keep that up, we'll stain the floors.
The place could use some color.
Who are they?
All spies. Dressed to look the part of a peasant. Got feisty. Pitchfork. From this rabid little one. Was a time when you met and slew your enemy on the field before they could dream of things like sending spies!
And now we shake hands and make deals.
Not my thing.
I figured.
I love them whipped, weeping, and reeking of piss. Hey! Good boy. You're free, Saxon piggy, to run amok through the Mercian fields.
I would have let him down easy.
Follow me. I'll give you the tour.
What do you call this place?
I call it the shithole. To the Mercians, it is Reptar. Their most revered kings are buried below the church. Imagine their weeping when we drove them out.
You plunged your knife deep into the heart of this kingdom.
That is right. We've got a number of Saxon nobles lined up with their lips puckered, ready to kiss our asses. The only holdout is King Burgred and his war-thane, Leofric. But my brother is brewing a plan to deal with them.
I take it that's where we'll find my brother.
Right. Talkers they are, Uba and Sigurd. Might want to dig the wax from your ears.
Don't play me for a fool, Abba. I know Burgred sent a Vergeld your way.
Enough of your noise, Tona.
I'm not going anywhere, Backrot. You have the king on his heels because of me. Because of my men.
For which you were paid. But that price does not change because you have caught a whiff of our Hacksilver hoard.
You forget I am a sellsword. I ask what I please, and I take what I'm owed.
If I wanted to hear you talk shit, I'd gouge out your tongue and shove it up your ass. Now fuck off.
Haggling over silver is a bad look for the son of Ragnar Lothbrok. But worry not, Uba. I have the warriors you need.
If this is one of them, my worries have vanished.
Eivor, Wolf-Kissed, you have come at just the right time. Uba and Ivar here are hunting a king.
And when we've caught him, we mean to crown another. Our dear Thane Shellwolf here.
It's not a role I begged for, but it's what Mercia needs just now. A man to fairly rule both Saxons and Danes.
Do you have what it takes to be king?
One day, I hope. As it stands, we at least have an understanding.
The king has refused our offers of peace. Ceolwulf means to change that. There'll be a new king for a new England.
For now, Burgred is holed up in his fortress at Tamworth, making a final stand.
Another shithole. Only further south.
We've held a siege there for weeks to no effect. So, no more knocking. Now we batter the gate to splinters. If we take Tamworth, remove Burgred and crown Ceolwulf, come morning the Shire is ours. And Mercia soon after.
Yes, remove. I cannot stress that enough. Burgred is not to be harmed. My legitimacy as king hangs on this one simple fact.
You rob all the joy from war, Saxon.
Not every victory needs to be marked by the slaughter of a king.
But it is much better.
His request is fair, Ivar, and we will honor it.
Ceolwulf betrayed his present king. Maybe tomorrow he betrays us too. Why trust him?
How can I answer that with any hope that you'd believe me? I only want what is best for the people of Mercia. And I want what's best for my son. In Burgred's Mercia, where Danes and Saxons murder one another daily, it's not possible.
This is a good plan, brother. I am ready for the coming fight.
Agreed. Yet remember this. Whatever you stand to gain here, so do we. An alliance between my clan and Mercia's crown.
See this man installed on his throne and you will have it. I swear.
The bold sons of Ragnar bellow to sound the spear din and the thunder of shields. So let fall the arrow storm. The battle begins.
Ah! You never said this one was a poet.
I need to piss.
We have a forward camp just north of Tamworth. Will you go with us?
Lead the way.
Take in the sights of Repton if you like. We'll be at the docks when you are ready to go.
I'm glad you and your brother have come, if only to bring some measure of calm.
Ease yourself, Ceolwulf. We all stand to benefit. And you'll be remembered for this for years to come.
For all the wrong reasons, I fear.
So I think that anyone that
lively
is a
town.
huge,
Quite a
you
lot
know,
to see here.
Viking fan or Norse mythology type of fan is really gonna get a kick out of the time setting and out of everything that you get to do. One of the things that we actually got to take a look at was a little bit of the settlements. Granted, we didn't get to really experience too much of the settlement, just in its early first stages. And what I can say about that is you pretty much start from scratch, and the more that you do in the world, the more things you interact with and unlock, the more you will be able to expand your settlement, you know, kind of creating pretty much nothing from scratch and making it into this huge and vast area that you're going to be able to go to and see, you know, more and more people get involved in, and more shops open up. Kind of like how it was in Assassin's Creed 2, except a little more hands-on than just sitting at a table and, you know, kind of expanding your Monte Janeiro, whatever that was called back then. So the settlement is a really cool part of the gameplay, and I think that once you play it, it's going to expand more and more. But at the beginning, we really didn't get to experience too much of the settlement, just a little bit, and we got to upgrade it a little, and I'll show some of that gameplay off in just a little while. But this mission particularly has a lot of action, of course, so we'll get to that very, very soon.
The future holds for this kingdom. Eivor, is your axe sharpened?
I'm ready for the spear din.
And the thunder of shields, yes. It's good to have you with us.
To fight beside such legends is an honor. I've only heard tales of your conquests. Now I get to live them.
We'll weave our sagas together, thread upon thread.
Come on, boy. We'll forge a man from your softness, hammered on the anvil of
One
war.
does not need to fight to be
Move! Move!
Calm, Ivar. The fight's not here.
Aye. The fight is nowhere to be found in this boy.
A boy who happens to be Ceolwulf's son. Why is he not in his quarters?
Our future king wants a battle-hardened heir. Time he proves his worth, don't you think?
Not yet crowned king and already grooming his successor. That shows some boldness.
Right. And bold kings need bolder sons.
Ivar!
He comes with us. And should anything happen to this little sprout, I will bear the punishment our future king inflicts.
He'll want to remove your head.
Haha, you hear that, boy? You die, and I'll have to kill your father, too.
Mount up, Eivor. It's a long ride to Tamworth.
Get distracted now. You'll have to endure, my brother. He always finds new ways to humor himself.
I'll keep that in mind.
And bold eyes of...
What?
You smell that, Tailbert? The stink of jealousy, of our budding friendship, I think.
What is Ceolwulf's son doing in Repton at all?
It's Ceolwulf's way of proving his loyalty. And there's no safer place for a traitor and his son in the middle of a pack of Danes.
Safe from who? You and Ivar seem to have brought this Shire to hell.
Fears are with us, the common folk. But Burgred still has his soldiers all over mercy. They're devoted to him, and they'll die defending him.
Your voice, Eivor. You sound different than the brothers.
Good ear, Lord. Most in England cannot tell the difference. But not all Danes are Danes.
From where do you come, if I may ask?
North of the Danelands. A place called Funberg, in Norway.
I didn't know there was land north of there. What are the people like?
You ever see a herd of sheep follow each other off the edge of a cliff? They're like that. The ones who remained, anyway.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Was it a mass exodus from Norway, then?
It was. Norway is now the province of a young king, Harald by name. A boy wise beyond his years.
Are you not angry that he has displaced you and so many others?
I was, for a time. But our weeks at sea have softened my brow fire. If I am honest, I realize I quite admire King Harald. By words and by weapons both. He has pacified the country I call home. For the first time in any man's memory, or any skald's song, Norway has one king. Just one. And that is quite a feat.
That is impressive, truly. England is half the size of Norway, and yet we have 4 kings for our 4 kingdoms.
You see? How could I not be impressed? No, Harald is a good man with grand ideas. I can see that now.
I am only 6 years his junior and have yet to see my first battle. I cannot imagine the skill and cunning he has.
Your first battle is coming, young Ceolbert. From this day on, you may see rapid progress.
I'm not sure I want so swift a rise.
In truth, Ceolbert, it is my father who bears the heaviest weight of my anger, not King Harald. My father gifted my birthright to Harald without my consent or knowledge. As easily as if he might hand over a barrel of mead. It was not merely a deception, it was a betrayal of trust. The prick of which still stings me.
Be it a blessing or a curse, family is always first.
A good line, boy. Were you not an atheling, I would hire you as my skald.
Skald? It sounds something like Scott, our court poets. Is that what you mean?
Right again.
Fascinating. The harmony between our words and yours is quite something. As if we were distant cousins, separated by an ocean of time as well as space.
I like the thought of that. I do.
pagan rats. Ravenous, unseemly beasts teeming over holy ground.
Have a care, Lord. These pagan rats outnumber us.
I can see that, fool. What do we do about them?
I advise we strongly consider their demands, Lord. We won't survive a fight.
Is that you, Leofrid? How quickly you recover! I'm beginning to wonder if it is a man or a god beneath all that armor.
A man of God stands before you, Ivar. Proud and resolute.
That's Burgred's Warthane. Killed a dozen of our men in an ambush along the River Trent. It was Ivar's axe that stopped him.
That is a poor description of a perfect 30-yard toss.
Enough jawing, heathens! Speak your piece! We've come for your crown, Lord.
With or without your head attached.
I admire your ambition, pagan. But what you ask is impossible. No Dane ever has or ever will occupy Mercia's sacred throne.
Would you settle for a Norse? We're not as gentle, but we're much better poets.
Norse, Dane, dog. You're all the same to me. All godless.
My king, may I suggest a more measured approach to this?
I grow weary of this palaver. You have trampled our lands, toppled our monuments. We've given you silver, fed your people. And yet, in spite of all this, your encroachment on my kingdom continues. No more! We will die defending what is ours, whatsoever the cost. If you want my crown, Uber Ragnarson, you must pry it from the hands of my bloodless corpse. Man the walls! Back to the camp. Round up the men. We're taking Tamworth tonight! Eivor, tell the captain we're ready to march. Eivor and I will round up the men. You know your way around a battering ram.
I've seen them in action.
I want you at the helm of ours. Strong and agile.
I'll be there.
As will I.
Where in the name of Loki have you gone to?
Care to test your skill at Orlog?
Who are you? I'm with the Ragnarsons. It's time to roll out the battering ram.
Burgred wanted to fight. Now we'll give him one. Are you ready to march now?
Let's go. It's time to capture a kingdom.
What are we going to do about him?
Jail death. Something wrong.
I know these men, Eivor. I've supped with them. Not 2 weeks ago, Leofrith showed me how to wield a greatsword. He's a friend.
Friendships end, often at the point of a spear.
It cannot be that cold. Least of all with Leofrith. He is only following orders.
When the march begins, find an empty tent and stay there.
Do not think me a coward. I am not afraid of war. I do not want to kill my friends.
There's no other way. Fight or hide. It's up to you.
Slaughter the soldiers. Leave the king to me. Look out! Forward! Push forward! Look out! Arrows!
All right, so obviously we need to just get inside this this huge area and take out the king. So one of the things that I wanted to do here is I wanted to test something out. I wanted to do this in my previous preview event, but I held off from it, where we're literally going to sit here and do this the entire time. We're never going to go away from this battering ram, because what you can do is you can do the battering ram, then you can kind of go outside of the battering ram and then just partake in taking out all of the enemies. However, for all of the sections for the battering ram, we're just going to do nothing but that. And you'll notice that enemies actually won't even really touch you. They won't even hurt you at all. You will still get some of the enemies that have arrows. Those guys will actually, you know, like throw volleys and stuff at you, but never to the point that as long as you have enough health, you really actually don't need to go away from it at all. And I just found that to be very interesting how I was hoping that there would be more enemies that would come up on you and like try to keep you from doing this right here. But literally the entire time, you know, we're going to sit here and we're going to just ram through the entire area. You'll see all types of people fighting around us, but you yourself never actually have to get out of this, and you can just keep moving forward. Now there is going to be a time where you stop using this, and then you will have to start taking out some enemies. But this is something that you can just... I don't think you'll be able to do this at all the time, because in the previous preview event, there was enemies that would come up on us, but maybe they're just not that many enemies here. As you can see, obviously you want to brace yourself because you've got that red area where they're attacking you with all of the arrows. But from what I can tell, it's like if you lose someone in the battering ram, another will take its place. So I just found that to be very interesting how I can, you know, it does take quite a while to actually do this as well, because you have to kind of back up and then you have to move forward in order to be able to do it. So I'm going to have a few different videos to show off over the next few days for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and of course my walkthrough will be coming out when the game is released, which is like right around the time that I'm moving, so it's going to be kind of difficult, but I will try to make everything, you know, possible and do the best that I can to get these videos out there to you guys in a timely manner. So hopefully you guys enjoy the first video here, and then there's going to be plenty more to come. Let me know what you guys think of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say I'm a little mixed about it. I mean, I always give a game a chance, but it is very, very similar to the previous Assassin's Creed games, the last two in this kind of trilogy of Assassin's Creed games that started with Origins. Origins was amazing to me. It was just a breath of fresh air in the genre of Assassin's Creed. And then Odyssey was equally as good. I would say maybe not as good as Origins because of that initial feeling that you got when you started playing Origins for the first time. And Valhalla is great because the setting is amazing. I've always wanted to know more about Viking history, and I know my wife is a huge, you know, Viking history kind of fan as well, Norse mythology and all that. So it's been fun getting to know some of these characters and whatnot. It's kind of been done before, but I'm still excited because I'm still a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I just want to see what they can do to make it, to separate it from all of the other Assassin's Creed games that have come out over the past 3 years. So will they be able to do that? You know, we haven't got to experience too much of the modern day portion of the game yet, so I can't tell you too much about that. We only got to experience a very small amount of the settlement type of gameplay, which really we got to upgrade it just a little bit. There's some side mini games. There's flighting, which is actually kind of fun. In the previous event that we did, the flighting really wasn't too difficult, but in this here, it's going to be a lot more than it was before. Flighting really has a lot to do with timing and rhythm and how many words are in that flight, and it's a lot more difficult than it was in the previous coverage that you've seen of flighting. So excited to show you guys more. Obviously, the gameplay is the same exact thing pretty much from what it was in Odyssey. The only difference is it's more brutal than it was before. And now that you have, you can have 2 shields going in there. Although, why would you want to do that? I mean, but it's still something you can do. And, I love being able to do the counter moves and stuff like that. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with the combat. Combat feels good, feels hard, it feels brutal. And that's exactly what you want in an Assassin's Creed game from this time period. I love the stun moves. There's a lot more finishers than there was in the previous games. So they've done a good job with that. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And thanks for watching. I'll let you continue this here. And yeah, obviously it's not over yet, so enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.
It's over, Burgred. Lay down your weapons and surrender.
Take 3 men and search the rear. Look around. See what you can find. I'll send for Ceolwulf. Tell him we found a throne.
That was a good scuffle, hmm? But I did notice we were short one athlete. Where was the son of our king?
Gilbert was around, but maybe you missed him.
Your lies are just like you, Eivor. Big and bold.
A chronicle of payments made. Like a ledger. There's a symbol here. A clan emblem, maybe. The brothers should see this. Ivar, I found a letter. There's a symbol here. Your men have any luck?
Nothing. You?
This. Do you know that symbol?
Tana's sigil. It seems she's been dealing with Burgred as well. The wretch.
She was the mercenary barking at you in Repton, yes? She's playing both sides of this war.
She could have told him anything. Sold him secrets about me, about Repton, our plans.
Why bother with all this pageantry? Fashion a new crown and stick it on your melon. There you have it, you're the new king.
That is not how it works. Not in Mercia.
We have Tamworth. Burgred's on the run. You're the king in all but name.
It won't matter. So long as Burgred is free, the people will call him king. He must abdicate his crown to me.
Tona is our only lead. We talk to her, find out what she knows.
I would sooner launch my face into my axe than face her.
That might improve her impression of you.
We have the same father, Eivor. But his mother was a sow.
Meet us at Tona's camp when you're finished here. And bring your patience.
And your axe!
Eivor, a word, if you would.
Go, I'll catch up.
I will join the brothers, Eivor. Meet us at Tonas.
My son told me what happened earlier, with Ivar pressuring him to fight. He said you intervened.
You would be mourning your son if I hadn't. He's not a fighter.
No, but he should be. By trial or by training.
He'll come around in time, but keep him from Ivar if you can. He's the furthest thing from a mentor.